evening. Welcome to a little Unwind with yoga class. And we're going to move gently and stretch and breathe and just really take care of ourselves and go towards relaxation and unwinding from any stress or tension that you might have accumulated during the day. So enjoy. If you want to set a pillow or a blanket up in your space, we're going to start in a seated position. And remember, when you're on the floor and you're sitting, the more height you have underneath your hips, the more comfortable you might be. So you may want a stack of 2 or 3 blankets or a really thick sofa cushion. Okay? So we're going to scoot back here. And when we're in a sitting posture, don't feel like you've got to cross your legs like this. If you're more comfortable with sending a leg out to the side or sending both legs out to the front, whatever feels good to you. So we want to find a position right off the bat that feels good to our bodies and that we can start to relax in. And if it's not what you find in the first position, then keep trying. Reposition yourself. And I'm going to start with a little bit of a sway side to side because for me and for a lot of people, this is a way to kind of soften up the lower back and the hips in a seated posture. You don't have to sway, you can stay still. We're going to start to go inside and listen to what's happening with us. So take your time, close your eyes if you like. And let your breath help you explore your own self. So as you breathe in, notice what you can. And as you breathe out, relax what you can. And we're just going to travel that circle in and out. No matter what you find or how tense you might feel, approaching ourselves with care and kindness will take us much further than judgment or frustration will. So let's also start off this class really embracing ourselves as valuable and worth taking care of, worth the time that we invest here. Gradually make my way towards that center place. Equal weight on each sit bone here. And then consciously floating the top of our heads towards the ceiling. Just a little bit of a length. Nothing that our muscles are having to force, but just a floating. Light in the torso, light in the belly. Placing the hands wherever you're comfortable. Let's take some slightly deeper breaths here, allowing the rib cage to open and expand. And then relax back together. Again, a nice full breath in. And a long exhale. Let it all go. One more time. Full breath in. And an easy breath out. Nice. All right, let's bend a little bit to one side and the other side using the support of our hands. So So we're gonna send one hand off to the side. Reach the opposite arm up. Maybe lift a bit the whole body. And then any amount, just relaxing over. And then maybe rolling around a little bit here. Maybe let your chest roll towards the floor. And then open back up. And then use that palm on the floor to help ease your way back up to the center. Same thing off to the other side. Support through the palm. Take a deep breath in. Lift the opposite arm. And relax your way over any amount. Maybe a roll around, opening that top shoulder a bit, and then letting it fold forward. Pressing through that lower palm to ease your way up. Hands right back on the legs, floating the top of the head up towards the ceiling. Let's take a couple more deep breaths right here. Big inhale. And a nice long exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Let's crawl the hands to the front. Maybe just your fingertips on the floor. We're going to crawl a little bit more forward, a little sway side to side as we go. So relaxing, lengthening that lower back really softly, really gently. Then let your head follow that forward path, relaxing the weight of the head forward. Really supporting your hands, supporting yourself through your hands, through your arms, so your back can relax. And then same thing coming up. Pressing your way up through the palms. Sending the hands behind the hips. Fingertips or palms resting on the floor. Open the front of the body. Deep breath in. And out. And easing your way right back into that center place. Relax the shoulders. Good. Let's move the shoulders a little bit. A little shrug up as you breathe in. Roll the shoulders back and release them down. And again, breathe in, shrug high and roll back and release. One more time. Deep breath in. And big exhale. Nice, leaning back. We're going to free up one leg to release it out to the front if it's not there already. Opposite leg can be in a little tree pose, sitting down. And then we're going to crawl our way forward, hand over hand, any amount, leaning forward over that front leg. Careful not to go too far. So this is a soft, gentle stretch. Let the head drop forward any amount. Relax that foot and ankle at the front. And deep breaths in and out. Good. Coming out of this, softly pressing up through the palms once again. Easing your way up to center. Hands behind the hips. Unweighting that leg in the front so you can switch sides. Other leg going out. One hand on each side of that leg. Nice and light in the upper body. And then crawling your way softly forward. Relaxing the head forward. And breathe. Coming out of this the same way, using the palms to press your way up, nice and soft. Good, we're gonna lean way off to one side, swing the feet behind us, and slowly make our way up to hands and knees. So if you've been using a pillow or a blanket, just move that off to the side. Nice wide hands and wide knees on your space here. If you need a little padding underneath the knees, then pull a blanket underneath. Little rock side to side. Relax the belly towards the floor. And let the head relax forward. Feel the back of the neck lengthening out. And let's breathe. Good. Coming into center. Let's send that back leg out long behind us. Ball of the foot on the floor, and let's just roll that ankle a little bit around as we shift our weight front and back and side and side. So just warming up that ankle, warming up the toe joints. And then coming into a center place, let's roll the body back towards that long leg. Take a deep breath in and open the chest. And exhale, coming back to center. Ease that back leg back into place. And let's send the front leg back long and roll out the ankle. Little flexion in the toes. And same thing here, we're going to roll the belly open towards that long leg. Open the chest, reach the arm high. And exhale. Right back down to hands and knees. Draw that long leg back into place. And let's roll the spine for a second more here. So any movement towards cat and cow, and maybe combining that side to side movement. So you don't have to go just one direction. You can combine all the planes of movement in your back. Rolling, rotating, bending, flexing, extending. And then whenever you're ready to sink the hips towards the heels, relax into a child's pose. Lengthen out the lower back. If this doesn't feel good on your back, then keep your hips high. You don't have to sink them. Deep breaths. Good. On your next inhale, roll the body back up towards that hands and knees. Tucking the toes in back. We're going to float the hips up and back towards the ankles and the feet. No hurry, and you don't have to get those knees straight. You don't have to drop your heels to the floor. This is more about just lengthening out the back. So send your gaze, send your eyes back towards your toes and your ankles. And let's let the hips, let the belly float side to side. Relax and breathe.
let's keep that side to side little sway going. As you rock away from one foot, just draw it forward a bit, and then draw that same side hand forward a little bit. As you rock away from the opposite foot, draw it forward a bit, and that hand a little bit. So we're just kind of bear crawling our way forward, bending the knees as you come more and more. So when you get to the front of your space, you can drop your head, relax your shoulders, and hang. Let that spine just stretch out. Nice big bend in the knees, start to roll up from the belly. And let each little piece of your spine make its way up. So your head's the last thing to come up, and then we're gonna float the top of the head towards the ceiling. Easy shoulders. Send the arms out to the side, take a deep breath in, reach up, and folding forward, right back over the legs, bend the knees as you come. Drop the head and hang. Good, reversing that bear crawl. So shifting the weight side to side, and now stepping one foot at a time back. Coming to that soft down dog again, shifting the belly side to side. Relax the neck. Good. Roll the body forward and ease the knees right back down to the floor. Drop the hips into your child's pose and relax. Deep breaths. Good, rolling the body right back up, right back to that hands and knees position. Little rock side to side. Good, this time we're gonna walk the hands off towards the front so that back foot swings around and forward. And we're gonna stretch out the hips gently here. So crawling your way back towards that front foot. You can place one hand on either side, little sway, little rock side to side. Deep breaths. You can drop your head forward here, relax the back of the neck again. Good, sending the hips towards that back foot, lengthening out the front leg into a runner's stretch. You can keep the hips high here and fold forward over that front leg, or you can sink the hips towards the back foot and rest down. And breathe. Good. Crawling your way back forward. Tucking the back toes underneath. We're going to float the hips up. Nice bend in both knees and fold forward over that front leg. Relax the head forward. You can keep a big bend in the knees here. The goal is not to straighten your knees. The goal is to relax and breathe. as you breathe, you can often find more things to let go, more places to relax. Really great feeling. All right, softening that back knee right back down to the floor, crawling the hands back towards the side, away from that front foot so it can swing around and back again. Right back to hands and knees. Relax the head, relax the shoulders, little sway side to side. Let the belly drop towards the floor. And we'll do the same thing to the other side. So this time, crawling our hands off towards the back side. That front foot swings around and forward. And then make your way back towards that foot, maybe one hand on each side. And sway and breathe. Relax. Let the head fold forward here. Sending the hips towards that back foot. You can tuck the back toes and fold forward over that front leg, keeping the hips high or dropping the hips back. Relax. Each exhale is another opportunity to let go. And now crawling back towards the front. Back toes are tucked. We're going to float the hips up in the air and fold forward over that front leg. Keep the knees bent as much as you like. Let the head drop forward, lengthen the back of the neck. Back forward, drop that back knee down to the floor. Crawl the hands away from that front foot and ease it around and back. No hurry. Right back to hands and knees one more time. Roll around here. We're going to tuck the back toes, coming up to that soft down dog one more time. Little shift side to side. Keeping that shift going, that same bear crawl forward on your space. Take your time and see how relaxed can you stay as you come. And then hang and drop forward. Nice deep breath while you're here. From the belly, start to roll the body up. Each level of the spine rolling gently up to standing. Send the arms out to the side. Take a deep breath in. And let's drop the hands and make some connection to the front of the body. Either hands on the belly or prayer position, hands over the heart. Let's just notice the body. 3 deep breaths right here. Easy shoulders, easy arms.
more time. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Good. On the next inhale, let's float the arms up overhead. Reach. Hold on to one wrist. Let's lift everything up. Breathe in. And tip your way over to the side, any amount. Stretch. Again, coming into center, switch wrists out. Breathe in, reach up. And exhale, sink over. Let's go one more time each side. Reach up, breathe in. And exhale, relax over. And last time, reach up. And exhale. Opening those arms out to the side. Relax your shoulders first and then just let your arms coast down by your sides. Little shift side to side. Relax your hips and your back. Good. Keeping everything really soft and easy. Shifting your weight onto that front foot, let's ease the back foot behind. So we're going into a little lunge. I have separation side to side, so I'm not on a tightrope here. I have an opening between my legs. We're gonna sink down into a little lunge and then breathe it up. And then a melting down. And breathe it up. One more time, melt down. This time, let's breathe the arms up with it. And a big exhale, relax. Shift the weight forward towards that front leg and ease the back leg into place. Shifting side to side. Relax the hips and the back. Let's do the same thing to the other side. Shift your weight onto that back leg. Release the front leg behind. And sink down into a soft lunge. Any amount. Careful with your knees. Breathe in, lift up. And exhale, relax down. Again, breathe up. And settle down. One more time, letting the arms respond to that breath. Breathe in. And big exhale, sink down. Shifting the whole body forward, unweight that back foot and ease it into place. Shift side to side. Coming into a center place. One more time, breathing everything up. Arms are floating up with that breath. And then bend your knees and fold forward over the legs. One more good hang here. Let the head get nice and heavy. Let's crawl the hands a little bit out in front of the feet, putting some weight through the hands so we can softly bend the knees. Drop into a little squat here. We're gonna swivel and rotate it. If this doesn't feel good on your knees, just go right back onto your hips. Have a seat. Little roll. If you want to twist and open a little bit more to each side, it might feel good. And then whenever you're ready, sending the hands behind the hips. Support yourself through the hands and place the hips down on the floor. Sending the legs out to the front. Little shift side to side here. Relax the back, supporting yourself behind the thighs.
Relaxing that lower back, making that whole spine just round. Drop the chin towards the chest. And easing your way up. Good. Holding onto both knees or one knee, we're going to recline onto our backs here. Take your time, that same rounding process of the spine as you go down onto the back. Hugging one knee into the chest, opposite knee bent. Let that lower back really lengthen towards the floor and relax. Maybe a little rock side to side across the back of the pelvis, back of the hips. Keep everything really soft. Deep breaths. Good. Extending that leg right up in the air, supporting behind the thigh here. And then floating the toes any amount towards the face. Same thing here. Maybe a little soft sway side to side. Take your time. And then placing that first foot right down on the floor. Switching outside, same thing with the opposite knee coming into the chest. Releasing the lower back down. And start to rock side to side if you like. Feels like a massage for the lower back, if it suits you. If not, just stay in place and breathe really deeply. Sending that leg up overhead, support yourself behind the thigh. Start to float the toes towards your face. Find your stretch that's not severe, not painful, but something you can relax into. And then softly placing that second foot right back down on the floor. Let's pause here, maybe placing the hands on the belly. Deep breaths. Slowly starting to rock both knees off to one side, any amount. Just let them coast over. And when you've gone as far as you want, reverse. Coming through center, sending them off to the other side. You can place your hands out to the sides. So just gently rotating that spine, relaxing the hips as you go. Coming up towards center. And then you can let the knees just rest together here. Maybe separate the feet a little bit more so that the knees resting together allows you to really relax the legs. Or if you're comfortable stretching the legs out long, feel free to do that. Careful with your lower back here. So if that's uncomfortable, go right back into that bent knee position. Relax your arms out to the sides. Let the floor really support you. And just follow your breath in and out. Keeping it really simple. Stay right where you are if you're comfortable there. Whenever you are ready to come up, just come up slow and gently. Use your arms to help you come up. Take your time. Stay in that really relaxed state. And then the benefit of having this class at nighttime is that now you're set up for a really great sleep. So thanks for joining. I hope you feel